You know who's booming? He'll be booming from the Xfinity mobile calling line.
Yeah.
The legend. The one, the only. Charlie Manuel. Looking sharp, buddy.
What's up, man?
You look great.
I'm ready
pal.
to go. Let's go.
What do you think, man? What do you think about your fighting Phillies?
I think I like where we're sitting. We still got to keep playing, and we got about 42, 43 games left, and we're five games up in on the Mets. But at the same time, we just keep playing, and we keep getting better. I mean, we got better when we made picked up the relief pitcher for Minnesota. I didn't know much about him until I saw him pitch. He's pretty good, and I got excited about him, really. And we signed what's the guy Robertson back,
Yeah.
and we got Alvarado back pretty soon. But the big one for me is Nola. I'm waiting for Nola to pitch and where I can see him.
So let's get to Duran, because this stuff is ridiculous. Like, Skip, when you're throwing 98, 99 cutters, right? When you're topping out at 104, 105 with your four-seamer, I mean, that's unbelievable, that kind of stuff.
It's dominant. It's hard to hit. The cutter and the fastball is hard to hit at the speed. That's tremendous. And I think the thing that I would ask about him, the more I see him, as long as he got good command of his pitches and he throws enough strikes, he can win.
How do you, from a hitting standpoint, how would you approach him? Because you can, I mean, obviously you always hit off the fastball, but his fastball is it's got so much heat to it that you'll look like a fool if you don't get it.
Especially if you swing the high one. Me, Anthony, I'd walk up in the batter's box and I'd look down at my belt buckle and I'd say, I'm not going to swing at nothing above my belt buckle. And that way I'm a low ball hitter. That's my strength. And if I hit something fast, it's got to be low.
That makes sense. Mm-hmm. Because now you can. That's why he's the hitting doc, the guru. Like, just something as small as that, because you don't have time to get on top of something up. You just don't have time to do it.
Yeah, I'm not going to get hurt and get caught up in swinging big at him. I'm going to be quick as the heck with my bottom hand, and I'm going to let him supply the power to the ball. Really,
it's great because how much easier for you, because you always believed in bullpen roles, and you had obviously Madsen, the bridge to Lidge, but you also had Durbin, J.C. Romero. Like, you had options in the seventh inning, and even in the sixth inning. You want to throw Cormier. You had guys that could do that. Yeah,
well, that's very important because the pitchers that we just picked up, that to me, that made us a bullpen stronger, because we got a lot of special two guys that are proven guys, and one of them's going to be more likely the closer, and the other one we can use from six innings on. So therefore, it makes us stronger. So I think I like our depth chance, and if we get if I'm looking to see Nola, and if he's looked right, then we should be in business.
All right, a couple worries I have. I need you to talk me off the ledge. One is Wheeler. His velocity's not there, and is it dead arm? He's logged a lot of innings. Now, structurally, they did the MRI. He's clean, thank God. What do you see from a great, like he's so great. When you see a great power pitcher like Wheeler start to lose a little velo at this time of the year, is it a little dead arm?
I think it definitely could be. I think he's a hard worker, and he's I would say the kind of person he is. He gets not only gets tired physically, but he gets mentally tired. And I think you might get him a day or two off and some things like that. But at the same time, we need him, and he's got to push through it, and he can. He's strong. He's a horse. He'll go out and run and keep himself ready.
How did you handle it with Halliday? Because they remind me of each other.
He used to Holiday after he pitched, he used to run across Walt Whitman Bridge, and I'd be sending him as go home. He'd be coming back this way, and I think, Jesus Christ, what the hell is he doing? But but I think about it. And I was talking about Doobie the other day about some pitching, and Doobie said, your legs have to be strong. You got to keep your legs strong. Chuck, it's all about your legs. And evidently with Holiday's workout arrangement, I think he believed that.
Yeah, wow, look at that. He would run the Walt Whitman Bridge after games.
Yeah, after the game.
That's awesome. That is, I can just see you going, please, just be safe. Watch yourself.
Yeah. But really, I mean, I think Willard is a hard worker. I've watched him in spring training, stuff like that, and he'll be ready when his turns. He'll make all of his turns, and he'll be ready if you want him to. But every now and then I might give him a hit, and then get him a day off or something.
Yeah, it's funny because he hates the 6 days. He don't like the 6-man rotation. Right. But like he may need it just for a couple turns.
Yeah, it could be, but I think if you go ask him today, he'd say, "Well, I'm gonna pitch all my turns." Really, I think he'll give you that answer.
How about Ranger? What do you see from Ranger? It's my only other concern.
Ranger, last night he started getting the ball up a little bit, and also he bought some changeups inside to righties, and he got hurt by that way. But Ranger's fine. I mean, he's going to give it all to you, and he's going to pitch some. He's got some good games left for us too.
So I want to ask you how you would handle it. Listen, I like Lazaro a lot. I think he's got great stuff, right?
Right.
And I think he's better as a starter than bring him in out of the bullpen. Like I know there's going to be a need in the playoffs to move some of your starting rotation into the bullpen. I think Lazaro's got to start, but I'll defer to you.
Yeah, I think that the more I think he is eventually at one time where he was a starter and he got used to that, and all of a sudden now when he sits for a while, he that I think that has something to do with his outings at times. Really, I mean I believe that, and his command, he'll get balls in the middle of the plate too. And his command's not as good as it should be when he's a starter. And I think that's because that he's used to working a lot and pitching more. And I think that could be. But I think he's a good pitcher, and he fits in the middle of the pen for me.
So you would move Lazaro to the pen?
Yeah.
How about Ranger? Would you which one do you think's better out of the bullpen? Because we saw Ranger do it.
I think first of all, I used to say that I've always liked Ranger as a starter. I think Ranger has velocity and stuff like that, plays a game in a game, a big part of the game. So therefore, when I put him in back end of a bullpen, he can make one mistake and we can lose a game. I mean, if that makes sense. But at the same time, like when he's starting, he can make a mistake and they can score a run and we can get away from it. But I think he's definitely the starter. I do not like Ranger in the back of the bullpen.
So you're now looking at this lineup, right? And the lineup seems to be coming together, Skip. Like they're like over the weekend, they came back on Texas. That was a big sweep. 2 of the games, they came back on them.
Right.
The first game of this series against the Reds, they came back on it. Kepler, and you got to give Topper a lot of credit. Like he kept Kepler alive, and Kepler delivered over the last weekend.
Right. Yeah, Kepler. I agree with what you're saying, and I think Kepler when he's hitting, he's good, but at the same time, like he's not. He hasn't hit a hot streak for us yet, but he's had some home runs for us late and things like that. And with the way Robbie Padoon's our outfield, he's fine for me.
Yeah,
but we get back to the bottom of our lineup, and we need for when our bottom of the lineup produces the runs, we usually wins the game. That's what gives us a big number.
Isn't it true? Like you're so right. You're so right. Listen, Schwarber's going to be Schwarber. Like, what you're going to get from Kyle, Bryce. Exactly. But when this team is playing good baseball and they're on a roll, Stott, Marsh, they're getting contributions all over the place down there.
Right. Yeah. Well, right. Usually when we get somebody in the bottom of the lineup having a good night, we win the game. Like, especially when we get 2 guys down there hitting, and that brings us our offense up. I don't need to talk about Turner or Schwarber or a big guy Harp because they're going to be there when we need them.
So was Schwarber, was he you back in the day? Because you were built.
Let me tell you something, Anthony. I had Schwarber on my first pick in the draft that one year. That was my pick in the draft, but we didn't get him. We were not going to get him anyway, but we didn't. He went before we got to our pick.
Really? That was your pick? You love Schwarber?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I love Schwarber.
I can see that.
I love Schwarber's swing. He's got one, if not the best swing in baseball. He's one of three or 5 or something. He's got the best setup, best swing, quick bat, strong, and drives through the ball. He's outstanding, and that's why he can hit the high fastball at times.
Yeah, what's amazing, for as powerful as he is, he's so quick through the zone. Like
exactly.
And for his body, because he uncoils, he'll sometimes go down to a knee. It's like a whip.
I got something for you right here. I just started thinking about it. Actually, Schwarber, I look at him sometime and I think to myself, he should be hitting high or something like that. But I used to look at Killer Brew as the same way. He's kind of like a Killer Brew hitter.
Yes.
Killer Brew wasn't going to hit 300, but he was going to hit 275 or somewhere up back in there, and you're going to get for 6 or 8 years or something, you got 40 home runs out of it. And like he's a killer all over.
That's awesome. That is
he
awesome.
Runs like Ruth.
Killer Brew, baby.
When he runs around the bases, I think he mocks Babe Ruth. I do, but I really do. But he swing. Killer Brew's a right-hand hitter, but he's definitely Killer Brew had a short, quick swing too. Explode on the ball.
So when you're coming up, right? It's the '60s. and you're coming up as a ball player, and you have that left-handed, because you were a left-handed power hitter. Did people talk about Babe Ruth back then? Because that was, was that like that swing?
Oh yeah. Babe Ruth's always been the big name, and then later on when Hank Aaron made a dent in his popularity when he passed his mark, but at the same time, Babe Ruth still the same guy that's talked about today. Really,
Yeah, that's funny.
Popularity that never goes nowhere.
Yeah, that's funny. Let's look at the landscape of the National League for a second, because it's such great baseball, Skip. I mean, Phillies and Mets, the Brewers and the Cubs, the Dodgers and the Padres. The Brewers right now, they're not going to lose.
Yeah. They're the Brewers right now, they're getting good pitching. They're getting timely hitting, but also they're starting to hit a lot of home runs, and they play good defense. I mean, they play in the game good. I like them. I like their pitching and stuff. But the Cubs, they got to hang in there, and they can put up a little bit more offense too. But our league with the Mets and us, we still got some baseball to play. But at the same time, all we got to do is just like I always say, take them one at a time and don't look ahead, don't look back. And we play for the day. And we got ourselves in a good position. I like our team. I like the depth of our pitching now. And I think if we can play better defense at times, that's going to help us.
How do you, when you were managing through those pennant races, how did you handle middle of August? What was because I know through every stage of, beginning August, middle August, beginning September, middle September, it's almost like a horse race, and you're trying to get that horse to be right for October.
Right. That's why you play. That's up to the guys, but you got to talk to them a lot every day. You just got to pound them at today. We win the game today. Today is what counts. And all of a sudden, you look back and you'll get to the finish line. You'll be looking good.
Looking good. I love it. Did you watch the standings every day?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I keep up with it all the time. I do everything. I watch games all the time. I watch minor league games. I go to some what do you call it? Perfect games and things like that. But I always keep up with the standings and try to keep up with all the hitting too. Anymore, the teams rely on home runs, and like in some nights they hit 5, 6, 7, 8 home runs. That's a lot for baseball.
Did you? It's been a great year. There's a lot of great young talent. Did you see the kid Kurtz from the A's? He's from Lancaster. He had a 4 home run game.
You're right. Yeah, big, strong. He's got a good swing. He's got a quick lefty bat, and he's got good power in the middle of the field and the other way. Yeah, he should get better with more and more experience. He'll get better. He'll even learn to swing better. And yeah, I like him. I like a Woods guy in Washington that plays left field. I like that guy.
He's a good ball player.
Yeah, I like the shortstop a little bit too.
Abrams, yeah,
he's pretty good.
Yeah,
there's a lot of young players in baseball right now, and they got a chance to be real good players.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. I like to see that kid O'Neal Cruz, who's 6'8". I like to see him for with you, like what you would get out of him. Because it feels like he's got so much potential, He can do so many things, but you have to unlock it for him.
Right, right. Actually, I can't tell you when I first started coaching and managing after I came back from Japan, and the time I spent up with every player on my team. I mean, that was important to me, but also too that the things that I was I'd say a blue collar coach. That's what I was, and we did it. We did it through reps and good batting practice, perfect batting practice, and things like that. And guys, by the way, I asked you the question for who do you think I think hits the most on the Phillies?
So, who hits the most on the Phillies?
Yeah, right. Yes. Not even
Who takes the most BP? JT.
no. Schwarber.
Schwarber does.
Schwarber hits the most. Schwarber hits in the cage. He's got drills that he uses, but I mean, but also he hits live pitching in the cage. He hit every. I would pay to watch him hit. That's why when I come up there to Philly, I could go to watch batting. I don't practice. I don't go in the field more. I walk in the cage and watch Schwarber hit.
Oh, that's great. That's great. I know you love that. I know you love that.
Yeah,
Right.
but
So who's Bryce second? Because I know Bryce puts a lot of work in.
He's a good worker. It's nothing. No, it's not like he slacks down off or stuff. He's a good boy. He does the work that he thinks he's supposed to do, and he's right on. He's a hard worker. But I say when I watch it,
Yeah.
Schwarber, he hits more than anybody. But
Nice.
the game itself, like I think what happens the more you hit, like. I heard Jimmy Rollins talk the other day about it. He worked on his hitting more than people thought. Yeah, Jimmy Rollins always hit on the field, but he hardly ever wanted to hit early on the field. When he was struggling, he'd go down in a cage, and for about a week he'd hit for about an hour or something like that every day. And he did work harder than people think he did.
Isn't it the most difficult thing to explain is hitting? Like when you're feeling good and you're seeing it, like it looks, like a softball, right? It looks like a
Right,
grapefruit. But man, it doesn't matter how much you put in, whatever.
right,
But when your mind is not right and you're just in a
right,
pretzel, it's
right,
torture.
right, right. Yeah, yeah. Uh, uh, say for instance, we got a young hitter. I would I would throw him a lot of BP and stuff first, down and hard, and make him stay on the ball that way, and he has to stay on it before he can hit it, and things like that. I'm talking about a guy just signed to play pro ball. Now, as we start out, I might not say nothing to him for about a week, and then all of a sudden I start adding to it a little bit to him and tell him how good he is and what is with the weak point and strong and things like that. And I get him believing in himself, and he can learn. He'll learn more about his hitting. That if you then that you just talking, talking it's cheap really. But the talking part, you got to keep the guy's interest, and you better know what you're saying. When I used to talk to hitters, I made sure that I knew what I'm saying, and then once I found out what made them click, like I'd always go back and tell them, like stay on the ball, go to right field or something. Tell Eddie and Murray like left side, beat up, make a ball be down, right, make a ball up. Remind him every time when he walked up the steps to go hit, and he'd get mad at me, look at me and say, I know, make the ball be down. And I said, I won't tell you no more then. He said, oh, yeah, you will.
Did you ever have a trick when you were slumping? What did you do? Did you ever have a trick, or did you ever do something when you were in a slump?
Yeah, I'd get drunk. I get mad and get in a fight and stuff like that. I would sometimes I'd be in the bar and I'd be drank too much, and I would just walk up and hit somebody just see if I could still hit. Then they look at you, and then of course you're gonna fight them.
Oh, it's the greatest.
But
See,
actually,
back then, you could do
huh?
that. And you would just fight the guy, and it's all good.
Right, yeah, right, exactly. Right. But the
That's
game
why you
is
are the
more.
Greatest. That's why you're the greatest.
Actually, Anthony, I love to come to the games in Phillies because our ballpark has a lot of energy in it, and they really get after it. I'm telling you, when I go somewhere else, you can tell a huge difference. Really, I mean,
What does that do for the playoffs? Like both for the Phillies themselves, because they talk about it. It's got to lift you up in such a big way when you have that kind of crowd, that kind of reaction and energy.
The talking is great for the player. Any time that you can laugh or and you tell somebody how good they are and how great they play and stuff like that. If he handles it right, most of the time that makes you feel good. Everything about it is about an energy and things like that. And when you feel about good about yourself, you got more and more drive and everything, and you want energy to go get something. And once you guys say a guy like Schwarber, he loves to hit. So sort of Harper and those guys, they work hard, and and actually they already know a lot about their hitting, but and also they want to get right, and they can, it's a feel and touch and feel, and and also they kind of motivate themselves. But when the fans can motivate you, that's two sides. That's good.
Yeah, like, and then when you're another team coming in, it's. I was talking to A-Rod about this, and Alex was saying, he's like, dude, I wouldn't want to come in here and play. I mean, I would love it, but there is a real energy. Like you feel like they have an advantage.
Yeah, right. Hey, Anthony, I used to tell you when I'd be on the field and the other team was over in the dugout, and the players would always come up and talk to me all the time. Always, and I used to think that they would want to talk to me. No, they wouldn't. They would look at them fences out there and they would judging and how far they were and everything like that. Really, I was seriously. I mean, really, they didn't give a damn what I was saying. They were concentrating on want to hit a home run. CC told me one day, it was about them. He told it, and when we hit those home runs off of him in the playoffs and stuff like that, he told me, he says, I asked him, I said, CC, why were you throwing all those change-ups for? He goes, Jesus Christ, Charlie says, and I was taking BP and I was hitting the ball on the second deck in left field. And he said, I got kind of leery of throwing the fastballs. So they just tell you what the ballpark would do for you.
That's awesome, man. Hey, what is it about this time of the year? Let's pennant race. Let's go to the pennant race. And October, that the great players, like, what do they have in common, Charlie? Great players that come up clutch, money players, Jimmy, you mentioned, was a money player.
Right.
Like something about the bright lights would come on, and it's
right.
when it would get the best out of them.
Right. Those are the guys that have self-control. They're a guy. Those are guys that control adrenaline, and they don't do things. Try to do things hard. They just kind of let their talent do the work, and things like that. And then they look at most of the time they look at the pitcher, and actually when they're concentrated on hitting, they don't really care, really. I mean, they just wouldn't look for the ball to hit. If you got good strike zone and stuff like that, like you can be relaxed and always think positive. Always want to be the hero, but I'll control it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Self-control, and that's a good players. When you see somebody come in and then they start swinging at the ground, we don't have a chance.
See that? You hear that? That's right. Wait, who you used to wrestle with when you were like keeping the clubhouse loose? You would go. Who would you want to challenge to wrestle?
Let's see, Chooch. He was a little guy, and I knew you could whip him and stuff like that. Yeah. When I was young and in Cleveland, I used to go. That didn't matter. I'd go pick on anybody.
Did you wrestle out? Did you wrestle Bell?
No, he always got too mad. Really, I picked Sorrento one day and busted the training table with him when I slammed him on the top of the training table.
Paul Sorrento was a big boy.
I didn't care back then. I'd fight wrestle anybody. San Diego spring training was in spring training, and I used to grab by guys by the pecs and take them take them on to the ground. And San Diego, he'd get mad, and in spring training, he had been taking judo or something like that, martial arts or something during the winter. And I grabbed him real quick like that. He said, "That hurts," and he kicked me right on the chin and knocked me down.
He kicked you in the chin. Oh, that's the greatest. Oh, that's the best. You gotta tell this guy. He gets mad if you rough him up.
Yeah, I don't want to get roughed up. I'm too old. I'm an old man at this point, Charlie. I'm fragile. He's like King Kong over here.
Hey, I can't wrestle no more. Hey, like Manny Ramirez, I used to beat him up every day. I mean, on the ground, on the floor, or whatever. But after about 3 or 4 years, though, I couldn't do that.
Oh, you're the greatest, man. You are the greatest. God bless you. I love. When you coming up?
I'll be up there. I want to say September the 8th or something.
Oh, good.
I got a thing downtown, and then I'm gonna stay homes down there.
Oh, good. So if you need me to drive you, I'll drive you, and then you come hang out with us during the day one day.
I want to go see your son's play and see if he can hit.
Yeah, he's in Cooperstown. So they have a tournament. The last 12-year-old tournament is in Cooperstown. There's 100 teams. You know about that tournament?
Right.
Yeah. So he's there now.
Yeah. My grandsons used to play in that, and that one, a young one, like he when he come back, he showed me a ring he got. And I said, what was your record? He said 1-5. I said, you got a ring for 1-5? So Anthony, he threw the ring away.
That's good coaching. That's good being a good pop-up.
Yeah,
That's right. Can't be 1 of 5 to get a ring. I'm sorry. I'm with you. I tell him the same thing. But it's a fun. It's a fun. He's playing right now. It's a fun tournament.
Right.
100 teams from all over. You know.
Yeah. It's great.
And then he's playing football too.
Kids.
So they're both playing football like you did. You played football.
You're right. You know, like I love it when the kids can play, go somewhere and play different cities and things like that, or settings. That's good for you too.
It is. It's great. We did a South Carolina. We were on the road in South Carolina, which was a great tournament. And the one you probably been to the one in Pigeon Fork in Tennessee.
Right. Yeah. I did that one. Yeah.
That's always a good tournament.
Yeah. Right. I go to Fort Myers sometimes here and watch a perfect game, or Orlando, over in Stanford and things like that. But no, yeah.
There's some great ball, man. I love the perfect game tournaments are fantastic. But you know what's killing me, Skip? They come out with a new bat every couple weeks.
Right.
He's telling me what's a new bat. This the Green Zen. Have you seen the Green Zen? D. Marini?
Right, yeah.
It's $425.
Right, yeah. I hear you.
It's crazy, man.
I've been wanting to been in the bat business for a long time, Anthony, because ever since I came back from Japan, because the way they used to make bats, I used to love their bat. It was hard.
Well, you know who's in the bat business you should talk to? Shiggy.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I know that. Yeah. I talked to him. Yeah.
Yeah. How about it's a sin? His dad passed away, Diego. Did you play? You ever play with Diego?
I know him well. I didn't. I used to hit against him. He threw me a lot of change ups and then threw me a high fastball.
Wow. Wow. He still remembers. I can rattle off pitchers and you could probably tell me how they pitched to you.
Yeah, probably go. Like Palmer, he was great at throwing me a big slow curves and then straight change up, and then throw me when he wanted to get me chase, throw the ball above my hands. I'd swing and miss it. His velocity back in those days was like 88.
Wow.
He could that'll still beat you up.
Wow.
Anytime you get the ball above the guy's hands, really.
How about Ryan?
Oh, he just threw me fastball. I was Nolan Ryan's 500 strikeout. I mean, that was the first milestone of his career. I got a card in here. I found it in my baseball cards, and I signed it because the back of it says about him striking me out. I'll bring it. Let me tell you something. I'll bring it up to Philly and show it to you.
Oh, that's great. That is the best.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you're the greatest. We love you, Skip. You are the greatest. Can't wait to see you. Give Missy a hug for us. We love you, pal.
Yeah, okay. All right, man. Thanks,
buddy. Go Phils.
Yeah. Go Phils. Let's go.